Hello everyone, we are from Group 1. We are going to present about the house sales management system today. So first of all, I'll explain about the how to register a valid register ID. So I'm going to give my name, mail ID. So we need to give a valid mail ID so that we can receive a OTP, and then a phone number, and then password. And I'm selecting a role as a buyer, and then I'll register. This will send me a real-time OTP to my mail. So yeah, I'm good to log in. Yeah, here when we go to the database under the user section, there is a new user added, Shashank, with the mail ID, and the password is also encrypted. And then I'll log in. So as a buyer, I have options called the home, properties, favorites, add account. So I'll be searching like for sale. How I'll show you the functionality of the search bar, how it works. The Houston, I'll go to the search property. So I have the listed properties which are located in Houston. And if I go to the properties tab, I have the list of properties available across the locations, either for rent or for sale. So I have the following functionalities, like to book an appointment where I can schedule an appointment, add to favorites, or if I go to the property details, there are all the property details listed here, and then seller details. And also if I'm interested, like as it is a rental property, it will be like the I'm interested to get into the rental. I'll show you the example of a sale property. Here we have a sale property. So I'm seeing the seller ID, who is the seller, and then I'm offering a price. Like I have the price around 1,50,000, 150K. So I'll submit an offer for 130K. Yeah. So I've submitted an offer. So I need to log in as a seller now to demonstrate you the. So I'm logging in as a seller. So the seller has the following properties, like everything is same, but he'll be having one more property called my properties, where he will be having all the properties which he has listed. So I think this is the one which we have submitted an offer for. So if in offers, like we have the available offer for it, like it's like 130K. So I'll wait for some other offers, like forget. uh, I'll show you, like i'll I'll log in as another buyer in the properties. This one, I'm also interested in this property. I'll offer it for 120K. So as a seller, I'm more interested for 130K. So I'll be logging as a seller. So in my properties, if I see the offers, I have two pending offers. Like, so I'm more interested in the offer price which is larger. I'll accept this. So it will be automatically rejected, and this will be accepted. So that next for the next step, like this buyer can go to the payment page and pay the thing. So I'll log in as this. So this is the property which I'm interested in. So as I've submitted the offer, and the offer status is turned into accepted. So I'll be redirecting the payment page. This will take a few seconds. Yeah, I'll go pay with without link, and then I'll enter my mail ID and the card details, the date of and then I'll proceed to pay. So once my if my payment is completed successfully, I'll go to my properties. Here is my bought property is sale completed and everything is finished, and the property will be removed from the property listings. And then as a seller, there is an option to add a property. As my property is sold, I'll add a new property here. So I have the option called the submit property where I can include all the details, and when I submit the property, it will go into my properties. And I also have to edit the property again. I can change the status, or whatever the details of property, I can edit it. And also, um, the now the rental how the rental contracts and admin panel works will be explained by Shenu.
So moving forward into the presentation, so let me demonstrate that with an example. So let's pick an rental property. So the following properties for rental. Let's so initially, no customer has selected for any interest in the property. So there are no no offers here in the rental property. So let's search this property from the buyer page and continue the payment. Let's log in to a buyer page. So in the property listing, let's find the page which we seen earlier. So here's the property which is listed for renting. So if you want, we can book an appointment and add this to the our favorite list. So that would be added to our favorites. And yeah, so if you are interested in by renting this property, so we have to send interested request to the seller. So let's log in into the seller page to view the request. So here in so we in the rental interest we can see the following buyer has raised an request for rental, and if the seller wants to uh, give him for rent lease, he can accept the offer, and now the buyer gets an option to pay the rental deposit. So in the favorite list, we can view in the details. See now, we can see that the seller has accepted his request. Now he gets a payment link to complete his payment for the rental deposit. So let's move on to a different role. Now let me log into admin role where we can access every activity which has done overall the website. So this is the admin panel where we can see all the registered users, the types of users in the website, and the number of properties listed in the website. So yeah, here are the users listed in the website. The admin has access to delete any user if he requires. And so when it comes to property, admin also gets access to see all the edit and see all the properties. So here are the few properties available in the website which admin can view and edit, or if required, delete. And even admin can add few properties and link to the number of no the present sellers and agents in the user table. And when it comes to the sold properties and rental interest, the admin gets an entire view of the offers given to a corresponding property, and also gets who finally bought the property. And similarly for rental properties, he also gets an access to see whoever raised a request for rental interest, and who finally got into a rental interest. And we have a log panel where users see whoever new customer registers into the website. And whenever an let's say activities like registration, add property, edit property, are logged into the log list, so that user can track if necessary later. And we also have support ticket. Whenever an user raises a ticket from the users panel, admin gets an ticket here, so that he can resolve and send feedback to the user. And this is a report. It gives gives admin an overall view of the entire sales, the user engagement, and number of user registered, and how the property distribution according to various locations, and the types of property listed. And yeah, now we also have a chatbot. So let me show you the chatbot functionality which we have included in the project. So this is the chatbot. We What we did is we used an Gemini AI API, and we have connected that to our database. So this is the configuration connection to our present database used. So we have given LLM model our initial database structure, the tables present in our database, and the attributes present in the database. So what this API does is it takes the query, the user questions from this, and it asks the API to generate an SQL query, and this SQL query is executed in backend, and the output of that query is printed out here. So let's ask a query. I'm just asking out list all the properties in Houston. So the query goes into the back, and it get backs all the properties which are listed in the Houston. If we want more complex questions as well, we can ask the chatbot. Yeah, this is one functionality which we have added. So let's try another question. List all the properties in Austin with 3 bedrooms. So here, like we have asked, a different query, so it lists out the properties you know with the bedroom size of 3. And this is one chatbot functionality which we have added in the project.
So, coming to the ERD diagram, like we can discuss how the backend works. We have the following tables, like a user where the user details are stored, property listings where all the property listings and the property details are stored, and here in the user ID is the primary key and the property key is the primary key. And then we also have the favorite table, and also the rental related tables here, the rental contracts and the rental interest, where the interest ID and property ID, the following primary key and the foreign keys. And also we have the property images where image ID is stored. And we also have the appointment, which has the appointment ID as a primary key. And also we have the payment table, the offer, and tickets in the audit log. uh, if we go into the functionalities, how this works, here we have implemented this in the PHP. So coming to the tables, we have the following tables. I'll quickly go into the key features of the tables user. Here, the key features in the table user is making sure the primary key and no duplication is available here, and also making sure the password is encrypted using any hashing algorithm, and also see the role, like the correct role is assigned to the following user ID. And the reset token acts when recent OTP comes into the picture. When the user requests for a recent OTP, this will be stored temporarily in the reset token attribute. And then coming to the property listings table, so we have the property ID primary key and the following attributes. Here the status, like it has this available, sold, or hold. Like available when the property is completely available, sold is when it is completely sold. In between, the property set status will be set as to the hold. And then these are all the features that are available for the property. And then coming to the offer table, here you have the attributes. Offer ID is a primary key and property ID binary as foreign key. Here we have the offers price, which can be offered, which will be stored in this table. And then we have the status called pending, accepted, rejected, sold. When some user gives an offer, it comes to pending. And then the seller or the agent have the option either to accept or reject, will be stored as this. And finally it can be set to sold. Initially default value for this will be pending. And then we have the table payment. The payment stores the payment ID, which has the primary key, and offer ID and seller ID as the primary key. Sorry, the primary key is payment ID, and foreign key is offer ID and seller ID. We have the payment methods, like we have integrated the payment gateway, which will direct it and stores the data about the payment. And also it has the two statuses, like completed and pending, and like payment type, whether it's sale or rental. When it comes to the rental, we have the rental interest table. So it stores all these keys, and then it will be having the status pending, accepted, rejected, and then payment status. And we have the rental contracts, where the security deposit details and the property details and data available are present. And then we have the simple tickets table, where all the rice tickets will be set here, like it also has the status either open or resolved. And then we have the property images, where the image details are stored. And then the favorite all the favorites are stored here using these keys. And then the audit log, where like it's like general logbook, where every entry or every deletion, all the edit, delete, create operations are stored here. So, and also we have the appointment table, which has the appointment ID as a primary key, and this is a foreign key. We also have the time and status of the appointment. Yeah, these are all the tables. So this is pretty much done, and thank you everyone.